this video, I will share with you 3 things that are more important to your success in business and in life than having money. In other words, these 3 things I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to let you know them, are more important to you succeeding in life than actually having money. So it means that even if you don't have money and you have these 3 things, you will be able to succeed and do whatever you want to do. In 2022, I had a seminar in Accra, and I asked the participants, there were 47 of them, the reason why they are not able to start the business that they wanted to start. And there were 47 of them, and 42 out of the 47 cited financial constraints as the reason why they haven't been able to start that business. But I realized that these 42 out of the 47 people did not really understand these 3 things I'm going to talk about. If they had understood it, money would not be a problem for them in doing what they want to do. In that same year, Elon Musk bought Twitter for $44 billion. For those of you who don't know, the $44 billion Elon Musk used to buy Twitter, would you believe that he never took it from his own money or his own account? He borrowed that money. So imagine if banks can trust someone, an individual, to an extent that they can give him $44 billion. And for those of you who don't know what $44 billion, how big or how the size of it is, consider that there are more than 50 countries in the world with a GDP, their total economic value, less than $50 billion. Think about that. More than 50 countries worldwide. So in that case, you should know that an individual, a bank lending an individual that kind of huge amount to buy a company, they trusted him so much. And by the time I would have finished, some of the characters that he had that made them lend him that money without they agreeing to give him that money, and he bought the company. Now the company is making profit, so he will be using the profit to be paying small till it ends, and he will have his company. So in effect, he bought the company with nothing. Do you get it? I'm going to explain to you. So the number 1 thing that I'll talk about is integrity. What exactly is integrity? Integrity is a quality of being what? Fair, honest, consistent, to the extent that you bear strict adherence to strong moral and ethical principles, and to an extent that even when people are not around, you still do the right things the way it is supposed to be done. Even when no one is looking at you, you still do the right thing. People are said to have integrity if they act in a way that aligns with their beliefs, their values, and their principles. Integrity will cost you in the short term sometimes, but it will help you in the long term. Integrity encompasses wholeness of character, being consistent, being genuine, being authentic, and going by one's word. Can people trust you that what you say you will do, you will actually do it? Let me give you practical examples in our daily lives. On several occasions, I have bought something from someone before, and they gave me the change, and I went away and I realized that the change they gave me is more than what I'm supposed to collect. So I had to go back and give back the amount that was not supposed to be given to me. There are sometimes I was in a trotro before. They gave me a change. It was more than what I was supposed to take. I gave it back to the maid. I actually worked in a pharmaceutical company before. In that pharmaceutical company, when we were mixing up some of the chemicals to manufacture some of the drugs, there were some situations where we were supposed to measure 12 grams, and we mistakenly, after it got to the 12 grams mark, it passed a bit, about 12.2 grams. You know what? The one that was my supervisor and the quality control officer told me to discard the whole thing just because I added 12.2 grams. In fact, at that time, I didn't even understand much about this principles. But we were learning. I was doing internship. So my supervisor told me that I had to discard the whole thing. And I said, oh, so that whole thing that we make. In fact, I was even thinking that we should add some of the other chemicals. We should also add them a bit smaller, higher than the actual amount we are supposed to do, so that it will match up. But he said, no, we are supposed to go with what? 12 grams. So once it's more than the 12 grams, even if it is 0.01 more, we have to do what? We have to discard it. That is what we call integrity. If it is someone who didn't have integrity, he could have said that, oh, let us top up small, and then it is done. Maybe the other ingredients, let's also add them a little bit higher than what we're supposed to make. But that will amount to what? Not being authentic, because on the product label you write 12 grams, but in actual fact, the value is more than the 12 grams. So that is what we say integrity. There have been several instances where I also met people who don't have integrity. Let me give you an example. There is one lecturer who he's even PhD holder. He called me one day and said, I am in the middle of a bush. My car is spoiled. My car spoiled, and I need to call a repairer to come and repair it for me. And I need some money from you. I'll pay it back in 1 week time when I get back home. Then I said, how much do you need? He said he needed 250 Ghana cedis. And that day, that was exactly the amount that was left. And it was the 10th of June 2020. Then I told him that I'm left with 250 Ghana cedis to the end of the and that is my last money. The person begged me, please give me 200 Ghana cedis and I will pay you back by the end of next week, because I'm expecting a check. As I speak to you now, 4 years on, that money I gave to the person, he never paid back. I have tried several times following up. I didn't want to ask, but it got to understand that I felt like, no, the person gave me a specific date. I had to remind him. I tried several times. The person didn't pay. The man ended. He didn't pay. The following month, he did not pay. So I had to give up. Up to now, 4 years had passed, but he had not paid the money. There was another one again. In 2022, he came to me after church service and begged me that he wanted me to lend him 150 Ghana cedis to do something. These are small monies that are not anything. I didn't even know him. He's just my church member, but I don't know him before. Like I've just been seeing him in church only. I've never had any personal interaction with him. I said, oh, my money is not, most of the time when they came to me, I didn't also have much money. But he pleaded that he would give me, and he's a big man, like wearing some big suits and works in some big company. So I trusted him. I said, oh, 150 is not anything. Okay. I gave him the 150. He said he was also going to collect some check the following Wednesday. He didn't. Wednesday, I didn't hear from him. Thursday, I didn't hear from him. Saturday, I didn't hear from him. I called him and he said he was running diarrhea, so he couldn't even call the person. Then the following week, he said, oh, the person has given him the check, but he couldn't cash it out. I followed him, to no avail. Now, as I speak to you, that person has not paid the money, more than 2. If he sees me in church, sometimes he will be hiding. But up to now, I don't understand why he can pay. There's no way that man will say that he does not have 150 cedis. It is just that he has refused to pay, and because I am tired of asking and I didn't put the pressure on him, he has never paid the money, and that has ended it. So you see, these are examples of people who don't have integrity. Do you think that one day, if these people come to me and say, please, I want you to lend me money, even if it is 10 cedis, I will not give it to them. If I am giving it to them, I am giving it to them for free, not that I'm lending them. In all these, what I'm trying to say is that if you have integrity, if people can trust and believe in you, they will not have problem lending you money. I have had situations where I borrowed money from someone. I was supposed to pay the person in 2 weeks' time, but within 5 days, I paid the money. The person was shocked. The person said, oh, I've never seen someone like you. I said, that is how I am. If I borrow money from you, I'm always trying to pay back before the date I gave, so that the person can trust me next time when I'm coming back. I've done it on several occasions, and people have been shocked that what I promised, I delivered. It's not that I'm a supernatural being. It's just that I've had what? Integrity, and I believe I don't want to dent my image or my reputation. In some few cases, I've also borrowed money and I couldn't give it back on the day I promised. But you know what I did? Even at least 2 or 3 days before it will get to the date I promised, I had to call the person and explain that I'm supposed to pay you the money on this date, but because of 1, 2, 3 things, I may not be able to get it on that day. So I am pleading with you to extend it to this date. So you see, in that case, the people trusted me. They said, this is someone with high level of what we can put high level of trust on. Because even if some people are not able to offer to pay back, they will even let the day come and pass. They won't even call the person and talk. If you do that, next time you will need help and they will not help you. So that is the second thing you need to have. And that is the first thing you need to have. The second thing you need to have, that is more important than having money, is social capital. Someone will ask, what is social capital? It is closely linked to the integrity. Social capital is the resources or benefit you get from your social network. So for example, you have friends, you have relatives, you have family members, you have people at your workplace, your colleagues who are in your network, or people that when you need help now, you can simply call someone. Oh, Charlie, I want to do this and that. How do we go about it? They can provide with you information. They can provide with you advice. They can provide with you resources like money and other non-monetary resources that you may need to do what you want to do. And to have social capital, you need to have good character. Example, like what I just said earlier, integrity. You must have trust. You must be reliable. And you must be with what? Like-minded people and people with good character. Can people trust you? If you will say you need help and they give you and you say you will pay back, will you pay back? Just link to the what? The integrity. So in order to have social capital, you must have integrity, you must be honest, you must be reliable. If you have all these characters and you build relationship, there are some people who have all these good characters, but they don't build relationship. So social capital is not just being about being honest and reliable and trustworthy. It is about building a network of people who can trust in you. And some of you, your problem is you don't attend events, you don't attend programs, you don't attend personal development programs. Even when you go to programs, you don't want to mingle with people, you don't want to know people. In order to be able to break barriers, in order to be able to build social connections, you must be willing to greet people. Some of you are going somewhere or you go to a program, you meet people you don't want to greet simply because you don't know them. One day you will need their help. So one secret I want to give you is, please make the effort to interact with people and get to know them. When I go to programs, during the socializing section, I always go to people. I'll greet the person and say, oh, my name is David Asana. Please, I just want to know about you. Know about the person, take their number, and build genuine connections. Don't just go to them because you need help. Build connections. Try to check up on people. Try to know about them. Try to build genuine relationship with them before you ask for help from them one day. There are some of you, when you are calling your friends, they know you are calling to ask for help. If you are that type of friend, your friendship is not genuine. So you must build genuine connections. You must build social capital. If you have social capital, let me tell you this. You will want to start a certain business and you don't have the money. You will see a friend who will tell me how much you need, I'll provide it. It's because you have built that social network and you have built a trust. So the person knows that after this person, I know and I believe in him that if he says he needs this, he will pay back. Or if I invest this in him, it will yield benefit. So social capital is very important. Number 3, the third thing that you need that is more important than money is how to sell. You see, if you know how to sell, you can never be found wanting or miserable in this world. Why do I say so? You see, selling is basically convincing someone to buy your idea, your product or your service. When we talk about selling, it's not just about selling a product or service. Selling goes beyond that. If you propose to a woman, you are selling yourself to the woman. Or if you propose yourself to a man as a woman, you are selling yourself to that man. A pastor sells by what? Convincing people to come to his church. A politician sells by asking people to vote for him or her. And a business person sells by asking people to buy his or her product. So all of us, in one way or the other, we sell. The people who know how to sell very well are not afraid of maybe losing their job or losing an opportunity, because they know that there are several other ways they can still sell themselves. But those of you who don't know how to sell, sometimes I have problem with people when they say, "Oh, for me, I'm not good at selling." Look, everyone, to be successful in whatever you do in this world, you must know how to sell. So how do you develop the habit of selling? You have to act. No, you must be able to convince people to understand what the features or benefit or whatever you are selling to them. But and you see, in this life, someone somewhere is always looking for what you are selling or what you have. But because you are not able to sell yourself very well, you end up sitting with your product or your service and not being able to sell to the person. So you must learn how to sell. You must read books on sales and marketing. You must try to watch videos or podcasts or programs relating to marketing. You must attend seminars relating to marketing. If you know how to sell, I promise you that you will never be an ordinary person. You will have a business. You see, some people have good products, very excellent products or services, but because no one knows about it, the products are sitting and then they are rotting. If you don't know, if you have the best product and you don't know how to sell, it will be the best to only you. So you must learn how to sell. Before I continue, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell, like this video. Also follow my Facebook page if you are watching this on Facebook, and then like the video, share it with others. Listen, these messages are very important. When people listen to this, it is going to help them become very super successful. So share and help other people become successful. Okay, and then also remember to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and like this video. Leave your comments in the comment section if you have any problem. I will come in to help you. I have personal development, entrepreneurship, and digital marketing programs. If you are interested in my digital marketing or content creation course, or you want me to develop a website for you or set up Facebook advert for you, you can follow the links in the description to contact me, or you can DM me. I will leave my WhatsApp and Telegram link in the description. You can also DM me if you are watching on Facebook. Thank you once again, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.